So basically, let me first introduce myself. It will be more easy to know the person that will present those couple of slides. Just I'm trying to make it fluid. So here, presentation. So basically, I'm program manager at PNY Technologies Europe. I'm taking care of all the line related to Edge AI and IoT. And I will just explain what will be the next. The agenda of my presentation will be quickly presenting PNY Technology as a company. I will try to do something quite hard for me, just to try to give a definition to AI from premises to the edge. It's kind of complicated, but I will take the challenge. And I will link it to edge AI solution use cases related to smart cities. So the idea is at the end is to have for a person not comfortable with no experience of the field, maybe have a view of what can look like a smart city. And of course, I'll end up quickly also by presenting the line of product that support those kind of use cases. So basically, PNY Technology is located in Bordeaux, France. We are a company of around 150 employees all over the world, with offices in Middle East, so covering all the projects in the area. We have a full line of product covering professional users from graphic to HPC, and we are focusing on AI, so everything related to data center with the very known the NVIDIA DGX, and everything linked to Edge AI inference, so mainly the Jetson platform from NVIDIA. And of course, we are working with other big names for storage and networking, definitely part of AI infrastructure needs. So as you see here, we are covering all the full scale of AI from the data center with the DGX to the edge and to IoT and inference solutions. So here is the big question: what is AI? You know, I won't be long. I won't be kind of boring, but I will try to have some kind of fun definition. So basically, the definition of AI continue to evolve, mostly because once something in this field become mainstream, it's not no longer considered as AI. To give an example, if you think about how Google identify your email, your incoming email on your mailbox, how they organize it in regular or spam email, in spam sections. It's basically statistical analysis, but this statistical analysis was used to be considered as AI a couple of years ago. But now it's only really a descriptive analytics. So this is how our view changed regarding AI. But if we can give some kind of definition, we can say that AI is the ability of machines to learn from experience, without being explicitly programmed to do so. And to oppose it in how we deal with machine in the past. We have a programmer, a coder, who will sit with the business owner, and the business owner will describe all the processes to the coder, and the coder will code basically in the machine in a linear perspective. So we'll have the machine that will behave in predefined scenarios, which is completely different nowadays. Machine programming or artificial intelligence. So we won't need any expert to sit with the coder or with the data scientist or machine learning engineer. Instead, the machine on itself will learn from its own environment and implement the right actions. So this machine will perform kind of mimic of human capabilities, such as sensing the environment, learning from the data acquired in the field, and reasoning based on this data in order to solve new problem and unexpected problem. All this without having the human in the loop, of course. So basically, this raises a lot of questions, a lot of fear in the future. But in the stage of evolvement of the technology, we are in the phase of what we call a narrow AI or a specific AI. So it's based in the mall, in the manufacturing facility, in the road. It's really specific, and to oppose that to a future view, to what we can call in the future supreme artificial intelligence or general artificial intelligence. But maybe this will be a little bit in the future, or for now for science fiction. So let me now, in order to have this complete view on AI from data center to edge, cover all the workflow. So basically, what is AI? What is going on right now in AI? So we'll have the workflow will begin by gathering the information, the data. We will label it. We will label data, and we will we'll label it in sub-model. For example, if you will deal with car identification, we'll have subgroups of color of car, model of cars, and so on. So you organize your data. And then you have data scientists, machine learning engineer who will build the model, who will define the architecture of the model, and will put this inside the computing center or data center in order to have the capability to treat especially a large amount of data. So based on this critical phase, we'll have this golden nuggets at the end, which is the trained model. So this is what we want to achieve, a trained model that won't be relying on any new data for now, and we'll have the switch to the edge AI. So basically we will take this trained model and we will embed it in an inference device, in an edge device solution, like a camera with a Jetson module, for example. And this device will be put in the field in order to process something, for example, identification of faces. So we'll have this model will gather new information, will treat it based on this trained model, and we will end up with prediction or scoring at the end, the result or the main idea of your solution. So if you are identifying faces, you will end up with face identification. So this edge AI process is fully separated from what we saw at the beginning. So no need to feed them again, to train them again. You will have to do at center point, but it's enough autonomous to be in the field and processing your use case. So this is the full scale. I tried my best to cover all this from data center to the field in order for you to see the link between AI and data center and the edge, especially that edge is mainly for the public is less known AI field. So to link it with our topic, so our idea is to imagine what can be a smart city using all those fancy devices and fancy solutions. So let's put a little bit of context. So basically nowadays we'll have more than half of the world population live currently in cities. So and this number is steadily growing and resulting in enormous challenges for governments. So we'll have more people, more traffic, more pollution, more energy consumption, more water usage, and more waste. So to tackle those challenges in our biggest cities, a lot of smart cities initiatives popped up all over the world. So we have initiatives in South Korea, Nigeria, in India, and of course in Qatar. And what is the goal at the end of those kind of initiatives? Basically, it will be focusing on the citizen, how to make this huge city with a lot of constraints and so on, make it livable for you as a citizen. And how we can make it livable for you by making smart, or by making the city kind of human being and adapting on itself. To give you some example, so here is our smart city. So basically, we can implement use cases in order for the city to be self-reliant, if I may. So, for example, implementing edge solution on public road system will have, by the way, but this meaning the traffic constantly monitored, adapted to the peak period, allowing less congestion on the road and better road security. The second use case that we can imagine is smart public lighting, for example. We can detect pedestrian frequency in certain area on all the city and turn on, turn off the light, allowing us to have a better energy consumption management system. Something also that can be interesting for a lot of cities related to waste management. So basically, implementing sensor on garbage ban will allow the management to grab those ban only when it's full. So something that will also optimize the city services related to this. Something also very important in big city is everything related to parking management. So we will have in the future, and nowadays there is already solution about this. So parking lots will have sensor that will identify and notify the citizen about the availability of space for their cars. So this is a very interesting use cases, and I will complement this with two others, and I will end up with those ones. So the first one is Edge AI solution related to hospitality, retail, and so on. So we'll have devices all over retail shops and restaurants that will allow the machine to identify our pick, to shorten the checkout processes in order for the customer to be served more efficiently. Something also important in transport management. So we'll have face recognition, management in gates, accessing, for example, railway and so on. That will allow us to, of course, block anyone who want to trick the system and go for free. So no need to put a hat or eyeglasses, whatever. The system will know you anyways. And it's also a very valuable way to manage the crowd in complex infrastructure under in underground or in more classical stations. So, I mean, the sky is the limit. We have a lot of use cases that can cover airport safety management, railway, autonomous driving. It's very fancy nowadays to talk about Tesla and all this new autonomous car. And of course, medical, defense, and warehousing. So for our end, we are supporting all those initiatives with our partners, NVIDIA and IDLink, for example, to give an image. This kind of solution are implemented on the field, so you will see them. It's usually linked with cameras or other sensors in order to implement the use case. So we can talk a little bit more about it if you have questions specifically for this. So at the end, I would like to thanks a lot, Advanced Integration, our main partner in the region. They give us a lot of support on our smart city projects in the area, and looking forward to collaborate much more with them. So thank you very much all. I hope that this presentation was interesting and useful for you.